No, none of your friends from last week are here. They're all dead, Gim. You've killed them all.
Game over.
you
You
kill
know
everybody
what
you
I'm
run
talking about,
across. What, the gnome?
No. Remember, I ran into Dualgar last week as I was getting ready to go up to my room.
That drunk one?
Oh,
Drunk,
yeah.
yeah.
You don't see him. This is
All
breakfast time. He's not. You don't see him.
Well, I used to have liquid breakfast myself, so I know where he's coming from.
Mm.
What do you guys think about selling some of this gear to the Deep Gem company? Personally,
Well, as I was stating to Quinlan, that we might as well keep it under wraps until we take care of the BloodReavers. I'm keeping this at a low, very low key.
I like
So
it.
nobody else can hear.
I like it. Yeah, because there's a lot of people around.
So, go ahead.
Let me pull up my spellbook really quick. I would like to cast, what was it? Oh, where did it go? I believe it was silence, yeah.
On Gimli Grim?
I thought like there was like something where I could like cast where it like protects words from leaving the circle or something.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to. You won't have to do that. You can just talk really low. I get the point. You know, there's a couple other tables doing the same thing, and you can't hear anything coming from those tables. So, yeah, you guys can just just talk real quietly amongst yourselves. I get what you guys are doing. So.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want one of Dave's brain farts to come over and start a fight.
No bar fights in here today.
If we're not hurting for money, I don't see why selling it at a high tax hike where we can probably sell it back to borrowing. We just have to load it with us.
Remember,
There we go. But
remember what the notice board said too. No fighting in the hall.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't like us creating bar fights at the moment again.
Well, if the ogre starts it, I'll finish it.
The ogre's the enforcer, Gim.
Well, I'll take his ass out then.
Oh boy.
New sheriff in town, Gimli Grim.
Oh boy. They already have one, Anime Freak.
Well,
Ren
I
has
think we
one.
should pay the fee for 2 weeks. It's not bad for 30 gold pieces.
30 gold per person, yeah. That's per
I
person.
don't like
yeah.
it.
Well,
I want my gold, and I want to keep my gold.
seems
that's
like
his ale money.
that seems like that is the rules though, Gim.
Well, again, I mean, if we want to stay without any trouble, we should, and we want to keep low key while we're here. We should.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Gimli's gonna get them all killed.
If someone asks me if I paid my taxes,
No problem, Anime
I'll just
Freak.
tell them I have a bad
No problem.
memory. How's that?
I'm sure they'll probably look through the books if you have or haven't paid. It sounds like they're pretty good at keeping track on their debts here.
I
think
honestly don't even have 30 gold to pay it, so it's kind of out of the question for me.
Oh yeah, you
I
do.
don't seem to
Yeah, you do, Quillen. Let me.
spend it all on my breastplate, Dave.
Oh, that's right, you did. Well, yeah, I'm sure that's okay. That's right. Maybe you can. Yeah, because you got the half plate. So.
Who here doesn't have any gold to spare?
I got it, but they ain't gonna get it unless I have to absolutely have to give it to them.
Gimli Grim, man. Gonna get him
I
killed,
agree.
man.
I think we're going to end up confronting with these people anyway.
For now, I'd like to delay that confrontation.
Well, why don't we take care of the confrontation pre-hance so we won't have it later on?
Also, Leopold comes strolling in. Also, he had just got in, and they stopped him at the entrance. They stopped him at the entrance of the hall, and the custom house required him to pay 30 gold on entry.
Leo,
Hey
where are
guys.
you? Come sit with us.
Why did you guys leave me? I mean, I sleep in once and all that stuff, and I wake up in the inn, and next thing I know, I'm like, where is everybody? You know how long I had to walk to catch up with y'all? And then when I get here, I hear about some short dwarf who's like killed 30 people, but then I found out it was some Underdark guy who went nuts, and I thought it was Gimli and all that.
Excuse me?
It's not far from the truth.
I know, I was just... But yeah, thanks for just leaving me, guys. I appreciate it.
I didn't leave you. I've been in this place ever since you left.
Well, you're only a day behind us, so it seems like you walked pretty fast.
I did. I got lucky, and I found a trucker and a bunch of wagons, and I had to follow the rules of the road and all that, and get all the way here and all that. But yeah, man, this place is crazy.
No, Ahab, but that is coming pretty soon. You better believe it.
Which is just ridiculous.
That's going to be coming
I'm
pretty
surprised
soon.
you didn't get stabbed.
Shh! I didn't say anything though.
But
So
yeah,
you mentioned something about someone going on a killing spree, something like that, when you came in.
yeah, some guy outside was talking to me, and I was trying to find a. Like, I just gave a description, short, crazy, dwarf-looking guy, and they told me fought off 30 people and killed them, and I thought Gimli was the person. Then next thing I knew, they pointed at the end, and it was like there could be some other crazy dwarf in there, because some kobold was walking by complaining about some dwarfs and some muffins. And truthfully, I was just
Nice
dumbfounded. I was
impromptu,
like,
I love
let me
it.
go over here and check
Nice.
to see if he's in here.
Nice. Give yourself some inspiration too for that, Leopold. I love how you pulled the kobold in there. It's good.
Thank you, thank you.
I
I'm
love it.
sorry.
Good
Sorry.
job.
Yes.
Sounds something like my brother would tell you. Yeah,
But yeah.
I never could keep up with him with kills. He always outkilled me.
I'm assuming I sit down with the party and they catch me up with everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's go do these things.
So, where y'all want? Do we have a plan on where to go? Let's see this map here.
Well, hey,
Our next mission is where?
hey, I was gonna say you guys did pay those people when you guys came in, right? Because I think I saw somebody get hauled off who refused to.
That's what we're talking about now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. To pay the fee, or Gimli's wanting to chomp at the bit at this ogre already.
Yeah, there were a couple guys sleeping outside of the custom house as you guys were going by last night. There were a couple drow that were sleeping on the job. You know, they had a tricorn hat down over their face, and you could hear that they were sawing logs.
Well, just to delay any sort of confrontation, I'd like for our group to pay off this fee, if any case.
Well, to tell you the truth, if I really have to, who here don't have gold?
Well, Quillen mentioned that he didn't have any, since he bought his plate.
And Farland, you got some?
Yeah, plenty.
And
I do a little
Leopold,
illusion.
You already bought. Ren, how about you, honey? You got your gold?
Yep, I have enough to spare.
I like
Well,
this group. They're good.
Quillen, I can loan you the 30 if we have to.
I'm inclined to play dumb at this point.
So, as everybody's talking, the ogre and several figures in robes come into the tavern, and they're glancing around the tavern, and they kind of they throw a glance your party's way, and several of the robed figures and Brugg is kind of hanging around, talking to several of the drows, and these robed figures come over to you, and the robed figures ask, "Are you new here? Are you new here in the seven-pillared hall?
Yeah, I
You
just
seem to
came
be
in
new
this morning.
faces." Yes, we've got we get a
Barely
report. We get to report every day on new individuals that check into the inn, and it seemed that there were 6 adventurers on this list. And there's also one as a tiefling here. I do not see a tiefling at your table, which would be free.
It's possible that he might be sleeping in at the moment.
Ah,
I probably
yes.
wouldn't want to disturb him while he's, sleeping.
Well, we don't want to rush you. Just in case you haven't seen the community notice board, there is a 30 gold tax that we impose on every individual. That's no matter if you have 2 arms or 4 arms or 4 legs or 2 legs. We do charge a head tax of 30 gold per individual, and that helps us take care of protecting the 7-pillared halls. It takes care of the money that they pay us, the money that they pay the enforcer over here, Brugg, and you can see Brugg, he's got a large tankard of ale just swallowing it down. And he's a pretty strong-looking ogre. He's definitely larger than your typical ogre. And they say, yeah, whenever you have time, no problem, there's no rush at all. Just stop by the custom house and we'll get you registered. We got a little bit of paperwork for you to fill out, and then you'll have to pay your head tax, and then you're free to be here for 2 weeks. And welcome to the 7-pillared hall, and please enjoy your stay. You're free to come and go as you choose.
Wonderful, thank you. I believe we'll make our way there later on.
Sounds like a winner. And he walks off. And he goes over to another table also and starts to give the same, you can hear him give the same spiel to this table of humans.
I wonder if we all pretended we didn't have heads, if we had to pay that head count.
Well, as you can see by my picture, I'm still eating, still drinking, but I don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
But it is to protect everyone here in the 7-pillared hall, from the dangers and the evil that lurks outside of the inner foundation of our hall.
I can take care of myself fine. Thank you.
I think I'm going to have to agree with the dwarf on this one.
Well, just put it this way, my friends. This tax is to take care of the people that are lesser privileged than you are with a weapon. It seems like you were all skilled combatants. You were all geared to the hilt.
Yeah, we're pretty much ready for anything that comes around the corner.
I'm sure you
and I
are.
look at the ogre, and I smile.
He just looks at you and drinks the rest of his tankard and starts to get another one.
Before we have any problems, and I stand up, I'll deal with this, guys. You enjoy your breakfast. I ate some rations before I came in. And I take this guy to the side, the robe figure, and I'm like, hey, can I just give you, let's say, $250 in gems? You fill out their paperwork for them. They sign off whatever they do, and we good to go?
Oh, are you trying to bribe me, sir? Are you
No,
trying
I'm
to bribe me?
Go ahead and pay here instead of wasting our day and going all the way across the city to pay this.
There's no way to. It's not like there is a line around the building, sir. We do not get a lot of traffic frequenting
what
the
about
7-pillared halls.
What about 350?
350 gold.
350 gems, just to deal with this.
Sir, I think you are. There are a total of 6 of you. You have already paid. I was there when you paid. I know you paid, but your other traveling companions, There are 6 of them. That is only 180 gold. Why are you wanting to give me 350?
All right, wait up, Ram. My friend here and me, I'll give Leopold here 60 gold, and he can give it to you.
And then you just...
And now I'm done with y'all, okay? Is that good?
Oh, for 2 weeks, good dwarf. What is your name so I can put that down on the ledger? First and last name and a clan if possible.
Well, this isn't just for me. This is for my ranger friend here and me.
Well, sounds good. Well, I do need your names, good gentlemen. I do need to put this on the ledger.
My name is Gimli Grim, fighter dwarf extraordinaire.
You can put me down as ranger friend.
No, you jest with me. It is not like we are taking your firstborn or trying to draw blood from you. We are just simply asking you for your first and last name. It's just for your protection.
My name is Ranger Friend.
Well, if I find out, Ranger Friend, that is not your true name, and you falsified the ledger, then you will have a heavier tax to pay. And as for you, it is not a threat. It is a promise, and I can assure you, you do not want the ogre on you. Brugg is a fierce enforcer. Nothing but the best. We are not an evil establishment, sir. We're here to protect the folks of the 7-pillared hall, and the rabble that walks in, sort of like you two, wanting to give false names and whatnot. That is why we are imposing the tax.
I gave you 60 gold. Don't
Yes,
call me
yes,
rabble.
Mr. Dwarf. I will put down Dwarf Fighter Extraordinaire in the legend book. And same goes for you, sir. If we find out that is not your true name, then we will impose another tax on you. Good day, sir.
Vito, sir. Mr. Thumbs.
Thank you, Mr. Thumbs. I will put your name down in the ledger. And for you, ma'am?
Ren. W-R-E-N.
Ren? Do you have a last name, Ren, that we can put into our ledger? People are so coy.
Goldensmith.
Who?
Goldensmith?
Goldensmith is such a beautiful name. Thank you.
I take out 30 gold pieces and I end up
who is your friend that is not the tiefling? What is his name?
Free.
Does Free have a last name or no?
No, we'll just keep him
Really?
as Free the Tiefling.
Free the tiefling. I will add him. All right. So the 2 robed figures they do walk off.
I'm making another perception check. Do these guys look like wizards to me?
Oh, without even doing a perception check, they most certainly do. Absolutely. You can see that they had several wands hanging off of their belts. They had magical component spell pouches. Oh, of course they did. They had staves.
That's why I didn't make no trouble.
And then the dwarf, as the dwarf was walking out, he looks over towards your table and he says, "I've got my eye on you two!" Pointing at the ranger and the dwarf.
Ogre.
And he just closes the door. Great first impression there, Gimli, on the mage house. great. Nice, way to go.
I just play RP.
I love it.
Just
I
play
love
RP.
it. I love it. No, I love that. Believe me, DMs eat that stuff up. All right, so the 2 robed figures, they leave, and also Brugg the ogre, he walks out. So you guys are still around the table. so
Let's get
so
out of
funny.
this joint. Make some money.
Or in
Hey,
your
Dave.
case, some trouble too.
Yeah, Quillen.
Do you think that half plate, that set of half plate that's in the cart. You think I could wear that and fashion something where the markings from the BloodReaver clan would not be just
You got a
openly
cloak on
noticeable?
you?
Yeah, you could definitely do that, but it's like I was saying last week. The main deterrent of that is the colors that armor is painted. Not only the half plate, but all of the other I think it was studded leather that the hobgoblins are wearing. So it's sort of like the color of the BloodReavers, which would be like a charcoal black and a sort of like a auburn red.
So if I was to wear it as it is, everybody would assume I'm a BloodReaver. Or an imposter.
It could possibly bring you trouble. Yeah, I don't think I would risk it.
You got a cloak?
No, that's okay. I'll be all right.
Until
All right.
you can do that, sure, but you're still new to the Seven Pillared Hall, so you really don't know who your allies are going to be or who your allies are not going to be. You know what I mean? That's
fair.
That's the only thing.
Well,
That's fair.
I have a suggestion. Why don't we cater to all the businesses around here so we can at least view to see who's good and possibly who's bad.
Bow Body
I would
Brad.
suggest we
That
go
was
and
good.
try and get this
Ahab the other
Gendar,
night.
Curious, and Relics thing taken care of real quick. And
Well, that's the first place I'd go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys
Sounds
have
good.
I think you guys have a payday coming from that, an exchange, anyways.
Well,
Yeah, you guys have an exchange coming from that, and then you'll get the payday whenever you get back to Bear Ones and Winter Haven. Pretty nice payday. Anybody remember the amounts paid?
1,000?
Yeah, 1,000 divided.
yep,
Yeah,
1,000 gold.
yeah, that was a pretty nice payday. All right, so what do you guys think? You want to head over to Garwin's?
Yep, that's right.
Not Garwin's, but Gendar's. Yeah.
Gendar? Yeah.
So you guys know of his establishment? I believe it is number 16. No, number 15. I'm sorry.
15, you
Yep.
said last week.
Yep, number 15. Gendar's Curios and Relics. So as everybody's full from breakfast, you can see that there's the Seven Pillared Hall is actually kind of busy. Lots of people walking about. A lot of the Underdark races really don't see any. You don't see any horses. You see a couple. You see a couple Dragonborns walking like a very young guard drake on leashes and whatnot.
Watch out, Gwendolyn.
Couple drow that have spiders that they have on leashes. Just it's like a Underdark community. So you get over to Gendar's, and as you walk in, you see one of the drows that you had seen in the Halfoon Inn this morning eating breakfast. And this drow has an eye patch, a sort of, I want to say, a predatory type of grin, and he welcomes you into his store. This is welcome to Gendar's.
How you doing, Cyclops? What's going on?
I'm sorry, sir. What is your name, dwarf?
Gimli Grimm, fighter dwarf extraordinaire. We have
Oh.
business to talk to.
So-
Who's the proprietor here?
I am Gendar, sir. Your cycloptic Gendar, if I may say. Kim just God.
Well, let him know what business we're taking care of, and we want to keep this quiet, right?
Yeah.
yeah, we're not supposed to use anyone's name except for with Gendar himself. So
I am Gendar. I assure you, I am Gendar.
How many people in the place?
Perception check.
Is there a lot of people doing business?
No, he's just actually just getting the store opened, and you can see a couple of the other. He's got a couple younger drow, what appear to be younger drow, probably, would be like a teenager age, but they're drow. You know what I mean? So they would be sort of like the equivalent to human age, but they're not. They're much older, and they're pretty much sweeping the floors and putting a few things up onto the shelves and stuff. But he assures you that he's Gendar.
Okay.
I did a perception check if he is Gendar.
Well, yes. Well, I'm not going to make you do a perception check, but excuse me. But from what Barwin was explaining, yes, this is. Ooh, excuse me, gas, Gendar. This is Gendar. You remember that he told you he distinctively told you that he had an eye patch.
Gendar?
Yes, dwarf.
Your 2 employees there on
yes,
a
dwarf.
short break so we can talk business.
And what type of business would you like to speak of?
Milady, be my guest.
Sir, can I coming a little closer?
Yes. What would you like? What kind of business are we talking?
We're on business from the Nintervale, or from
Barwin.
Barwin.
Oh, Barwin. Oh, yeah, that's why. Oh, yes, Drizzt and Brunor, please go to the back, please. There are some boxes in the back that need to be separated and stacked up. So, Drizzt and Brunor, please go to the back. Get out of my sight. And
Take your big cat with you.
The 2 drow, they go to the back stockroom. And they kind of giggle. And you can hear one of them say, "You called him Cyclops." Says, yes, so you are here on behalf of Barwin? My good friend Barwin?
That is correct.
So, is he here? Is Barwin here? He needs to be careful. Brugg is looking for him. He owes Brugg quite a bit of money. Well, he doesn't owe Brugg, but he owes the house quite a sum of gold for some taxes that he ignored.
I thought
That
it
is
was
why he
gambling.
sent us.
Ah, that is why he sent you. So he is wanting to stay low and keep it on the down low this trade, huh?
Exactly.
True.
Well, how can I assure that? How can I assure that you are, proprietors of my good friend Barwin?
Oh,
We have what you see.
We have a package.
Ah, let's see this package. Ooh, I love packages.
Well, that's a nice box here.
So he takes this it looks about the size of a dagger, and he opens up the box, and he actually goes over to the door after he opens up the box. He goes over to his storefront door and turns the sign over and puts closed up, and he scribbles something on there. We'll be back in 20 minutes. And then he comes back to the counter and he picks this dagger up, and it has a beautiful shiny gleam to it. And he goes, this is the ceremonial dagger that I have a buyer for, and yes, and I have seeing stones for him. They are true. Whoa, what are you doing? Looks like you're like running around in circles. That is like funny.
Going on an adventure.
Are you looking for Sasquatch? Are you on that Sasquatch show?
It's Blair Witch Project over there at Rin's house.
Nice. Alright, so he pulls out this dagger, he looks at it. But you don't have all the snot. Yeah, you need all the snot coming out.
Snot bubble going.
Too good. Alright. So he says, I'll be right back. And he leaves the dagger on the counter. Goes to the back and pulls out this small box out of the back. And he sets it down and he opens it up. And when he opens this small box up, it has a beautiful like green glow coming out of it. And he tells you that these are the Drow Seeing Stones that we are trading for. and seeing that there is no money exchanging hands, just pure physical products, as he calls them, then we will impose no taxes on one another, and because